Welcome to another episode of Spiritual Food for Thought. Today I want to share with you a reflection on the long healing prayer. If you don't know what the long healing prayer is, I'm going to place a link in the description below so you can check it out. Can this prayer heal you? Can it heal your physical body? And if so, then how? I'm going to start off with an analogy. When we consider our physical bodies, in order to maintain a strong immune system, vitality and health, we need to supply our bodies with a constant flow of nutrients. And if we don't, we will become weak and sick. Here are a few examples of severe nutritional deficiencies and the many diseases they can cause. You'll notice that for every particular nutrient, vitamin or mineral that is severely deficient, there is a corresponding specific disease. Vitamin D, iodine, vitamin C, vitamin B1, vitamin B3, zinc, and many more. In the same manner, we must supply our minds with a constant flow of nutrients in order to maintain our mental health. And these nutrients are the attributes of God, the qualities of God. Because the human mind, just like the physical body, is in need of food. And this food is the knowledge of God. For example, when we are deficient in our knowledge that God is the sufficing, the sustaining, the satisfier, the gracious, the generous, the giving, the bestowing, the bountiful, we will be overcome with thoughts of need, of want and desire, that we are not whole, that we are incomplete, all of which are unhealthy thoughts. When we are deficient in our knowledge that God is the helper, the succoring, the physician, the healer, we will have thoughts of helplessness, of weakness, that we are doomed to sickness. When we are deficient in our knowledge that God is the perfect lover, the friend, the constant one, the faithful one, the abiding, we will think that we are alone. We will feel lonely. When we are deficient in our knowledge that God is the protecting one, the preserving one, the all-knowing, the all-seeing, the just one, the merciful one, we will be fearful and anxious. When we are deficient in our knowledge that God is the concealer of sins, the perfecting one, the all-forgiving, we will have thoughts of guilt, etc., etc. For every negative thought, we can find a quality of God, the knowledge of which is absent within us. It is for this reason, I believe, that the long healing prayer contains over 100 names of God, over 100 of His sublime attributes. And so through this prayer, He is nourishing our minds by immersing us in His names, in His qualities, and thoroughly acquainting us with His attributes. And so the more time we spend reflecting on His names when we read this prayer, the more will it affect us. So the long healing prayer can increase the state of one's mental health. But how can it heal my physical body? So here's the thing. When your mind is in a state of dis-ease, your body cannot heal. And what I mean by dis-ease is a mind that is not at ease, a mind that has these chronic negative thoughts that causes fear, anxiety, etc. When you have these negative thoughts, your body goes into stress mode. Your sympathetic nervous system is triggered, causing your body to produce these stress hormones. And when your body is in this fight or flight mode, your body cannot heal itself because the parasympathetic nervous system is suppressed. It is only when your mind is at ease, that is when your parasympathetic nervous system will be turned on, causing your body to produce healthy hormones, healing hormones, such as oxytocin, dopamine, endorphins, etc. Your body can heal itself, but the natural self-repair mechanisms that we all have can only be turned on, flipped on, when the nervous system is relaxed. And our nervous system can only be relaxed when we have positive thoughts, when our mental immunity is strong, not giving into negative thoughts. And this can only happen, we can only have a strong mental immunity when we are feeding our minds the nutrition that it has been designed to consume, which is the knowledge of God, as we saw earlier. All the negative thoughts are essentially the absence of the knowledge of the perfections of God. And so treating the mind is key if we want to heal our physical bodies, because the mind is the captain of the body, much like the captain of a ship. If the captain of the ship is drunk, the ship is going to sink, and all the people are going to sink, the whole crew. You're definitely not going to get to your destination. In the same manner, the mind can be compared to the government of a country and the body to the country and all of its peoples. If the government is corrupt, then all the people will experience pain and suffering and injustice. There will be disorder everywhere. But if the government is a just government, if the government is a righteous government, then there will be order in the country, and the people will experience joy, peace, and tranquility. And so that's what the long healing prayer does. It treats the mind. Nourish your mind with the qualities and divine perfections of God, and heal your body. Baha'u'llah was not kidding when he said, "Thy name is my healing, O my God, and remembrance of thee is my remedy." Or when he says, "The healer of all thine ills is remembrance of me, forget it not." The extent to which we have grown in our knowledge of him and his qualities, to that same extent will we be healed when we call him to mind. Another very special message contained within the long healing prayer, which I believe to be one of the greatest secrets of healing and health, is when he says, "And guide thou by it whosoever desireth to enter upon the paths of thy guidance and the ways of thy forgiveness and grace." What I understand from this is that the sooner we strive to live the life in accordance with his teachings, his commandments, and his guidance, the sooner will we experience health, because all the suffering, all the pain, all the diseases we experience is caused through disobedience to his will, either consciously or unconsciously. Through disobedience to the universal spiritual laws that govern our spiritual reality, our true reality, or disobedience to the natural universal laws that govern our physical reality. So that's the hint, is the sooner we seek out this guidance, the sooner we implement his teachings and his guidance in our lives, the sooner will we be in alignment with his will, and we will be in harmony with his will, and the sooner will we experience health and joy and happiness on every level, not only in this life, but we will inherit divine health, which is truly what God wants for us, a health that can never be lost.
He is the healer, the sufficer, the helper, the all-forgiving, the all-merciful. I call on thee, O exalted one, O faithful one, O glorious one, thou the sufficing, thou the healing, thou the abiding, O thou abiding one. I call on thee, O sovereign, O upraiser, O judge.